What's up everyone, we're going to be going through the best WNBA player props on PrizePicks today. Now I did want to show you the results from yesterday's picks from my exclusive Discord group, and as you guys see, we actually got 17 picks correct, which was absolutely insane. Now a lot of you comment wanting to see how many I got wrong, and I thought I'd show you in today's video. We only got 3 picks wrong and got 17 right, which is about an 85% win rate. Yes guys, you heard that right, 85% win rate. So we're on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get an 85% win rate and get 17 picks right like me, win more bets and receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon. Should be a link down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure to join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here's one of our members who just signed up and won himself $417 just yesterday, and another member who won $20 for the 5th day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, a link will be in the description, so go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group, and I will be continuing to upload every single day on this channel the best bets and props, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily uploads. Alright, so let's get straight into the first pick, and the first pick we're going to be talking about is none other than Kayla McBride, but this one is actually a combo one for Kayla McBride and Wnba Bonner, and this one is for 3 points made combo 4-4, and this one actually is for more. So now we can't actually look at over the last 5 because it is a new combo pick, but it is a game actually between none other than Minnesota Lynx and Connecticut Sun. Now when we look at both teams, we actually see that Connecticut Sun and also Minnesota Lynx, they do rank in more of the top tier when it comes to 3-point attempts allowed and also 3-point attempts taken, and that is a big reason why we do very much like the over here. When it comes to Bonner and McBride, they do have a pretty decent usage rate in those 3-point department, and that is a big reason why we do very much like the over for this situation here. When we look at these two players as well, we are expecting a lot of volume. Now it may not be the fastest paced game, but we should see a good amount of volume from the 3-point line from both of these teams, and we think Bonner and McBride are going to be able to take quite a few here. So because of that, just off sheer volume alone, they should be able to go over on this line pretty easily. So because of that, the Wnba Bonner, Kayla McBride for 3-point combo for more, I think is a fantastic pick. Now getting into the next one, we're going to be talking about none other than Chelsea Gray. So Chelsea Gray, great player, and this is none other than 21 for points, revs, and assists, and this one actually is for less. Now look at Chelsea Gray, we've actually seen her go in the under in 1 out of the last 5 games, which is fantastic to see, and they do face off against none other than New York Liberty. Now we look at New York Liberty, we do see that they rank 3rd in points allowed, 3rd in assists allowed, and 2nd in rebounds allowed, and because of that, we do very much like the under for this situation here. Although Chelsea Gray has gone on the over more times, we do like the under due to the matchup that she does face off against, which is none other against Liberty themselves. And on top of that, we are expecting, when it comes to this game, 3 of the last 5 games were against Seattle during that playoff series, and because of that, the last 5 is a little bit skewed there. So when we look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have her favored for the under as well, which is what helps as well in that sense. So because of those reasons, Chelsea Gray, 21 points, revs, and assists for less, I think is a fantastic pick. Again, to the next one, we're going to be talking about Kelsey Plum. So Kelsey Plum, great player, and this one is none other than revs and assists, a combo one for revs and assists, and this is for 6.5 for Kelsey Plum, and this one is for less. Now look at Kelsey Plum, we've actually seen her go in the under in 2 out of the last 5 games, and they do face off against none other than New York Liberty. Now New York Liberty is a great team, but on top of that, when we look at revs and assists, like we mentioned before, they do rank in the top 5 in both of those categories, and because of that, that is a big reason why we do very much like the under here. When it comes to Kelsey Plum, we definitely would expect her to have more of a scoring, usage rate coming into this matchup. The Aces do have enough people that, provide the rebounds, provide the assists, but when it comes to someone like Kelsey Plum, we definitely see her more focusing on points in this game. So that's a reason why we do very much like the under here. Now, when we look at our average over the last 5, it is 6.6, so just slightly above, but still not enough or convincing enough to us for us to go on the over. That's why we are sticking to the under. Like we mentioned before, she has played 3 games against Seattle in those last 5, so it is a little bit skewed that way during that playoff series. So coming into a new series, we are expecting a little bit more intensity from both teams. So because of that, Kelsey Plum, 6.5 revs and assists for less, I think is a great pick. So as you all know, I do want to get these picks out to you as soon as possible, but PrizePicks is delayed with some of their lines, so here are a couple of players you should definitely watch out for when their lines drop. So first player we're going to be talking about is none other than Breanna Stewart. Now, when we look at Breanna Stewart, we actually seen her, when it comes to her, her season stats, she did average 20.4 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. So she's done a fantastic job for New York Liberty. And when it comes to New York Liberty, they do face off against none other than the Las Vegas Aces. Now, we look at the Aces, we see that they rank 6th in points allowed, they rank 5th in assists allowed, and on top of that, when it actually comes to rebounds allowed, we see that the Aces do rank 10th. So a little bit of a mixture there, but because of that, we do very much like the over for someone like Breanna Stewart. The reason being is that when it comes to Breanna Stewart, especially in this matchup, we actually see that the Aces do a very poor job at restricting points, rebounds, and assists to the forward position. So that's a big reason why we do very much like the over for this situation here. When it comes to Breanna Stewart, not only is she a fantastic player, but she does have a very high usage rate in all departments, and because of that, we definitely see that being a big plus coming into this matchup. Now, when we look at Breanna Stewart as well, not only that, but over the last or most recent games against Atlanta, we definitely saw her have a pretty good usage rate and pretty consistent usage rate at times. But, with this new matchup against the Aces do a poor job against forwards, and we definitely see Breanna Stewart taking advantage of that. So keep an eye out for her line. I definitely see a lot of value there to go on the over. So getting to the next player, we're going to be talking about Dijonai Carrington. So Dijonai, as we all know, great player, and she does play for Connecticut Sun, who's been averaging 12.7 points, 5 rebs, and 1.6 assists. Now, when we look at Dijonai Carrington, not only is she a fantastic player, but Connecticut Sun do face off against none other than Minnesota Lynx. And we have talked about it before. They rank 2nd in points allowed, like we mentioned, also 1st in assists allowed, and then rebounds allowed. They also do rank a little bit lower as they rank 8th. Now, when it comes to someone like Dijonai, we actually see her going on the under here, but we would focus a lot more on points and assists for her. When it comes to Dijonai Carrington, although she is a fantastic player, Minnesota Lynx do rank very high in both of those categories. But on top of that, when we also look at Dijonai Carrington, she doesn't have the highest usage rate in this Connecticut Sun team. And we definitely see her usage rate being taken away from the star players in Connecticut Sun, which could see her go on the under for her lines as well. Now, when we look at, the matchup that they do face off against Minnesota Lynx, like we mentioned before, they also do a very good job against Dijonai Carrington's position, which we definitely think is going to, not do so well for Dijonai's favor, as a big reason why we do like the under here. So when it comes to points, rebs, and assists, I would definitely focus more on points and assists, since Minnesota Lynx really do a very good job at restricting those two. But all in all, we still do, like the under for all of them. So definitely keep an eye out for Dijonai Carrington and her line. Like I always mentioned, if the line is too close to her averages, definitely look to go on the under. So I think there'll be a lot of great value there. Again, to the next player, we're going to be talking about Bridget Carleton. So Bridget Carleton, great player. Now, she has been averaging 9.6 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 2.2 assists. So she's done a fantastic job for none other than Minnesota Lynx. Now, look at Minnesota Lynx. We do see that they do face off, against none other than Connecticut Sun, like we mentioned before. And Connecticut Sun do rank 1st in points allowed. They also rank 2nd in assists allowed, and then 1st in rebounds allowed. So very strong in all 3 categories, and that is a big reason and a no-brainer to us that we do like the under for someone like Bridget Carleton. Now, Bridget Carleton also does have not the highest usage rate in the team, and because of that, we definitely see her going on the under here. So there's really no doubt about it. This one doesn't really need too much explanation. She doesn't have the highest usage rate. On top of that, Connecticut Sun also do a very good job against Bridget Carleton's position, so we definitely see that being a big plus in our favor for us liking the under for this situation here. So because of those reasons, definitely keep an eye out for the under for Bridget Carleton. So Bridget Carleton, keep an eye out for her line. Like I always mentioned, if the line is too close to her averages, then definitely look to go on the under. So guys, if you do want to win more bets and win more money, don't forget to join our exclusive Discord group by signing up to our Patreon. Should be a link down below in the description, or you can also find it in the pinned comment down below. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord. You can start winning more bets and win more money today. So guys, I'll see you over there, and I'll see you soon. Peace.